Josh Allen, number one QB going forward, has finished 7-8-1-2 in 4 of the 6 weeks this year. Has 4 massive shootout upside games in weeks 12, 14, 16, and 18. Plays the Eagles, Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Dolphins. The only thing keeping Jalen Hurts from being the number one quarterback rest of the season is his end of season schedule. It's absolutely brutal. Besides that, he's been a top 9 QB for 5 straight weeks. Tua has had QB finishes of 1, 2, 3, and then 3 finishes outside the top 10. Anytime he's got Jalen Waddle and the cheetah, Tyreek Hill, Tua has QB1 finishing upside every single game. He has a horrendous schedule in the fantasy football playoffs against the Jets, the Cowboys, the Ravens, and the Bills. Patrick Mahomes, 5 top 12 finishes in 6 games, despite the fact that he has nobody stretching the field. As long as he has Travis Kelce, this man is a top 5 finishing QB week after week. Lamar Jackson, 9, 3, 4, and QB9 finishes. He has an amazing schedule for the next 6 weeks against bottom 10 defenses. Running upside for days and throwing the football more, Lamar Jackson, QB5. Injured, but his upside is unparalleled. He has a touchdown in 15 straight games, at least 1 touchdown in every game this season, 4 top 7 finishes, and a really solid schedule for fantasy football playoffs. Raheem Mostert leads the NFL in touchdowns. He's had at least 2 receptions in every single game this year except for week 2 against the Patriots. And he already has 2 100-yard games under his belt, along with multiple touchdowns in 3 games. I don't care who he shares the backfield with, this offense is amazing. Raheem Mostert, RB2. Austin Eckler was the RB1 in 2022, finished as the RB2 in week 1 against Miami, and then got injured. Came back, had a nice workload, 18 touches against Dallas in week 6. Eckler is primed for a very strong finish, top 3 running back. Travis Etienne averaging 15.7 PPR points per game, but he's getting better. He's finished as the number 1 and number 2 running back in back-to-back weeks. He's also had over 20 touches in 4 straight games, and the touchdowns are coming. Etienne's the top 5 running back going forward. Concerns about workload made Kenneth Walker drop down many people's rankings lists. Since then, he's finished as the 3rd, 14th, and 7th best running back. He's had 1 or 2 touchdowns in every single game except for the opener. He's on pace to have his second 1,000-yard rushing season in back-to-back years. Tyreek Hill finishes the wide receiver 1, 4, 3, 3 in 4 of the 6 games this year. He has 4 games over 100-yard receiving and a touchdown or 2 in all but 1 game this year. On pace for over 2,000 receiving yards, the cheat is the best wide receiver in the NFL. Cooper Kupp in 2 games has received 21 targets, 15 catches, 266 yards, and a touchdown. That's good for 23.8 PPR points per game, behind only Keenan Allen and Tyreek Hill. He's healthy, he's electric. Only the cheetah is ahead of him in my rest of season rankings. Quietly, Stefon Diggs has been a top 7 wide receiver in the past 3 years, finishing 3rd, 7th, and 4th. Another top 5 season is ahead. Diggs is averaging 23.2 fantasy points per game, good for 4th best in the NFL. Diggs has the 2nd most receiving touchdowns in the NFL. In PPR leagues, Keenan Allen has finished top 11 for 5 out of the last 6 seasons. He's on pace to make it a 6th out of 7, currently as the wide receiver 2 in PPR leagues. Justin Herbert clearly loves him. There's nothing to worry about Keenan Allen other than injury. He's a top 5 wide receiver going forward. A.J. Brown finished 5th in PPR leagues last season. He's currently 7th. 4 100-yard games in a row. The only thing is missing are touchdowns. He only has 2 in the season, so it might not be a flashier player. Give me Brown for another top 5 finish.